To all the content creators covering Wuthering Waves, please do better. The shiny ecosystem is just one of the many issues.
To all of you fuckers covering Wuthering Waves, do better, alright? You all suck. Shiny echoes are garbage. Wuthering Waves by Atsik Slake.
Guys, I'm gonna be very transparent as possible when I say this, but shiny echoes are fucking garbage. And what's
strong start. Strong start.
crazy about this is that most of you guys haven't talked about this issue yet. Now,
Alright,
with
let's
the
see
release
why.
of Wuthering Waves on the horizon, launching on May 22, it's
48-hour stream when the game drops. We're gonna be sleeping on the stream. We'll do probably 24 hours sleep and then the rest of the stream. Right? The same. Be there. It's gonna be a great time. While I'm sleeping, you guys can control my game, and it's not farming for me. I'm not making you farm for me. It's for interactivity and engagement on the stream.
essential to start an honest conversation about its feat beyond the superficial praises it's currently receiving. There are many big flaws in Wuthering Waves that makes me question, it makes me worry about its longevity down the line. From a
all right. Shinies, or I'm not sure if they're called shiny echoes, but for those of you who don't know, it's like the shiny Pokemons. Right now, there's only 6, or on the last beta, there were only 6, and they are not echoes per se. They are basically a skin for your echo. If you capture a shiny, you unlock that variant to use it on any echo you get of that type, because remember that, or reminder that echoes are artifacts. You will be grinding hundreds of them. You cannot get hundreds of shinies. So you unlock the skin the moment you get one. Pretty cool.
and made that story to a downright abysmal ecosystem. But those are topics for another time, which I'll reserve a full breakdown of those issues until the game officially launches. Today, however, let's just focus on the recently hyped addition of Shiny Echoes, a feature that has been overglorified by many. Kura Games has been showered with nothing but praises for introducing shiny versions of Echoes, heralded as the pinnacle endgame content for hardcore players. And yeah, even I agree that
it's not the pinnacle content for hardcore players. The pinnacle content for hardcore players is gonna be the bosses that one-shot you. I don't remember their name, right? That is the pinnacle content for most people. For me, that I'm a collector, yes, I prefer shinies over the bosses because I suck at games. But but it's a great addition into the game, right?
that this idea might sound incredible on paper, but the execution of this is fucking trash, and I'm not afraid to say it. Shiny Echoes are a half-baked attempt that barely scratched the surface of what could have been a rewarding aspect of the game, and it really pissed me off how terribly they handle a system with so much potential. In this discussion, I would outline why Shiny Echoes falls flat and how they can be improved upon. This critique is not just about pointing out the flaws, it's about just urging courage.
I mean, it's not even like a critique. He's just calling them full-on trash, which I am a shit talker. I love talking my trash. I love me some good drama, right? I'm just saying. But let's see.
Game to fulfill the potential of Wuthering Waves as they should. And as someone who values critical discussion, I believe it's crucial to spotlight these issues, especially when the popular opinion seems kinda overly positive. Let's dive into why Shiny Echoes needs a serious overhaul so it can truly enrich the endgame experience. But before we start, since I know some of you guys might be curious, no, I haven't played the beta at all. And
what are we discussing here then? What are we discussing here if you haven't even played?
Yeah, it doesn't take a fucking genius to see what's right or wrong about this game. As it stands, there are two ways to obtain Shiny Echoes and Wuthering Waves. The first is by hunting them down at a predetermined spawn point. And I'm just gonna say it, but who the fuck thought that was a good idea? The second method is by purchasing them in Echoes and Wuthering Waves. The first is by hunting them down at a predetermined spawn point. And I'm just gonna say it, but who the fuck thought that was a good idea? The second method is by purchasing them in the in-game shop using the game's currency. But oh, just wait. Can you just guess how many Shiny Echoes can we get in this game? I'll give you time. But if you guess more than 10, you're just fucking wrong. There are only 6. Yeah,
that was on the beta.
Only fucking
That's like on last beta, we don't know what's gonna change on release. We don't know if they're gonna be adding more. What I do not like about the shinies is that it's only 6 and they always spawn in the same place. So it's not like you can just find them randomly through the map, right? You just don't go around and find a shiny. It's always on the same spot. This makes it easier for people to share when they find one, right? Like if someone finds one, it's like, hey guys, come to my world, let's get it. Because it's easy to spot. But it also kind of removes the what's the word in English? the process itself of finding the shinies, of being excited about finding one, right? Because you know where they are spawning.
6 shiny available. Why? Just why? This scarcity is not just baffling, it's frustrating. Why introduce a system with so much potential and then just restrict it to just a meager half dozen variants? Now, I'm just gonna be blunt and say it, but fuck this dog ass system they implemented. They really just gave us the bare minimum, and I don't see anyone complaining about it. The shiny echoes don't come with any enhanced stats or even unique abilities.
All right. Let's just start with this, with the enhanced stats or unique abilities. Echoes are artifacts. Like if we talk about Nike, echoes are your pieces of gear. Every echo you capture has random stats. You want random stats on shinies. So it takes you 4 years to get one with good stats. Fuck.
Abilities.
And like, is it a lot better to actually unlock a skin for that specific echo type than having to grind shinies for 5 years? Which makes no sense.
They're nothing more than a shiny facade. It really begs me the question, what's the incentive to chase after them? Where's the benefit in owning a shiny echo that boasts no more than a different color palette?
Shinies being implemented in Blessings is probably a beta specific test. I hope it is. I would love if shinies are just random through them. That would be like my best thing, or what I would enjoy the most. Being around and finding a random shiny around and being like, hey guys, come here, let's get it, right? That will be a lot better in my opinion. I like that they are skins because you don't have to worry about, okay, I have a perfect echo on this specific spot with 4 costs, right? I have like a perfect Inferno Rider, but now I need to get a perfect Inferno Rider shiny, which God knows what the odds are. So I think getting the skins themselves is a lot better, in my opinion. I love it if you have a single shiny somewhere in your world every day. That would also be pretty cool.
At it, this isn't a feature that will truly keep the endgame players hooked. It's a missed opportunity and oversight that feels like a disregard for player engagement. It's like Core Games is just throwing us a bone in the meantime, and the whole community is slobbering on it like if it was a fucking cock. Just
Who doesn't like opening up some cocks? I'm just saying here, all right? I'm just saying. Now, changing topics though. I think we need to wait until the game comes out. I'm someone who loves criticizing things, and I'm someone who loves trust talking. But the problem with all of these systems right now is that it's not about how good they could be. It's just about how better they are in comparison to what's currently available in the market, aka Genshin Impact. And it is on paper better systems. We'll see when it comes out how much they can actually do, right? And that's good. Competition is healthy because then they will start doing things between these two games and have to compete to keep players engaged. So they will have to improve those systems. Same goes for Azul Promilia, same goes for Project Mugen, same goes for every single open source gacha that's coming out this year. Competition is good. Competition is healthy because now they will have to improve the systems constantly so players stay in that game instead of going back to the other. Because if Wuthering Waves is bad, you will stay engaging. If Wuthering Waves keep you engaged, you will leave Genshin, and vice versa. Okay, all of these games are competing with each other. So I don't think it's like a bad thing that they're doing. Of course, they're only throwing a bone. This is a gacha game, and they're going to be designing these games to just give you the bare minimum so you get hooked, and then you either wait and spend time playing or spend money. In our case, we are gambling addicts, we will spend money.
imagine this scenario for me real quick. You have finally captured a shiny echo, you start getting all excited and hyped up, then you finally realize it's a common class rarity. You'll just look stupid just like this guy.
Shit. Oh, dude.
Oh, calling bulky and stupid. Ooh, you guys can't see. Calling bulky and stupid.
All right, let's get, dude. I am so spewing. This is not live, so I still don't know the rates on these things, so it could be pretty common, but I'm excited. Let's absorb it. Hopefully, it's a legendary.
Now they changed this. This was the old system, and that's the thing. How old is this video? It's 15 hours ago. They changed this system. They have no longer rarities. There is no rarities on the shinies. The moment you capture a shiny, it's unlocked. Let's say it's this turtle, right? You capture a perfect turtle, normal, non-shiny. It has the best stats for your character. When you capture a shiny, you can equip that on your normal turtle. It becomes a skin you can use, which is a lot better than rarities, because rarities is gonna be awful for shiny hunting. So I don't understand what info he's using for this video or why he's so mad. Maybe he didn't read the patch notes. I will keep watching though because it's kind of weird. Fucking bulking.
That was green.
Now, no hate to Vulcans, but this clip just proves my point. Getting green shiny echoes will hold minimum combat significance, leaving them to be outclassed by the gold counterpart that you will eventually get in the future at some point. The current shiny system baffles me. It reeks of lack of effort, and I can't believe a game like Destiny 2, a first fucking person shooter mind you, a game that has only ever done the bare fucking minimum, yet right now they just introduced shiny weapons into their latest pack. And believe it or not, they have more significant in-game value over this piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, playing Destiny 2 and having to spend like $1,000 on DLCs, or playing a gacha game and having to spend $1,000 to acquire characters looks like about the same for me.
Shiny system Core Games made. Core Game, it's time to
Destiny 2 could be so much better if they made all of the DLCs free, bro. Just make the DLCs free. It's so fucking stupid.
You've crafted a beautiful, expansive world, and I really do applaud you for all the hard work you put into this game. But when it comes to shiny echoes, you've clearly dropped the ball. We need a system where shiny echoes are not only more widespread, but come with actual gameplay benefits.
No, I don't think they need to come with gameplay benefits. That should be different type of echoes. And we already know we're getting more echoes that will work as mounts, that will allow you to fly for a little bit, that will work as extra tools, not only in combat, and that's great. Echoes, or the shiny ones, are just a skin, and that's good. I do agree, like we've said a couple times, they should be random, not only 6, right? Not only 6, but be random, available for every type of echo, and just be randomized around the map, not just one of them, right? But yeah, shiny echoes had in-game benefits, yeah, but they did remove that. So right now it has the skins. That's why maybe he's using that information, the old information. I don't know where he got it, but yeah.
It may be too late, but Curry Games should have completely reworked the shiny system before announcing the release date of Wuthering Wave. And to be completely honest, they have only more widespread, but come with actual gameplay benefits. It may be too late, but Curry Games should have completely reworked the shiny system.
They did rework it! You're not even reading the fucking patch notes!
Before announcing the release date of Wuthering Wave. And to be completely honest, I feel that I should have made this video sooner.
Yeah, you should have made it sooner, because then you'd have good information.
If this video gets to reviews, at the very least, I know I actually gave good feedback for this game. It's just too bad that I really thought the content creators covering this game would have been more critical by now. But nope, they're just too busy sucking each other off. Now, addressing the issues of the current shiny ecosystem in Wuthering Wave is pivotal to its longevity and player engagement. Here's how I envision a revamped system.
All right, let's see. Our brother, it's a game designer, Adis Slake.
Rewards players' effort. Firstly, shiny echoes should represent the pinnacle of echoes, not just in rarity, but in potential. Let's say that when you capture a shiny echo, you're also granted the power to select its base substat. Picture that you cast a shiny echo tailor-made specifically for your DP.
He's taking into consideration that shiny echoes have stats, which they don't. Shiny echoes don't have stats, they only a skin. Let's assume they still have stats. I think it would be a good idea to put substats or that you can select. Now, they already said something about reworking if you could make them, but we'll just see what they do with the substats, because it looks like it's going to be the biggest pain in the ass when it comes to Wuthering Waves. Like actually getting 5 good substats for your character, or at least 3 or 4, right? Like 3-4 good ones.
PS, and then pick the subsets that you want, like crit rate and attack, right from the start. That's real customization. Now that's a real rewarding endgame experience. This version of Shiny Echoes will provide a tangible account.
That would also mean that people will start selling the Shiny Echoes every time you find one on the open world, and just selling 3 spots, right? If co-op is 4 spots, people will start selling them, because now you have guaranteed an echo that's better, an echo that you can select your substat. So now we're going from a gacha into not only a gacha, but also RMT. Really good decision, by the way.
Progression, making each new acquisition a step forward in strengthening your character's build. And what if this Shiny Echoes could be upgraded to a higher rarity? Just imagine upgrading your Shiny Echo from common class to a calamity class as you progress leveling your account, investing in its potential, just like you invested in your character. Now, regarding the shiny echoes that can be obtained via the in-game shop, for me personally, those should just be ultimately scrapped. And I know the notion of removing the ability of just buying them might stir up some controversy, but just hear me out for a bit. If the goal of shiny echo is to truly represent a symbol of dedication and achievement, then their acquisition shouldn't be trivialized by a direct purchase.
So, first of all, this is the gacha. They will monetize absolutely every system they can monetize. Don't think that Kuro is any different than Hoyo. They are not. They are doing things better, and the game has a lot of things going for them. But this is the gacha company, and it's a business. They want to make money. They will monetize everything they can. As far as I know, they did remove the shinies from the shop, and they did rework the whole system, which is the information you are lacking for this video. And I'm not sure if anyone pointed it out towards in your video. There it is. Oh, okay. First comment. They already said this. Let me see. Red pin comment. The video itself was made before the implementation, but then why would you make this? Okay, so I want to start off by mentioning that this video was made during the beta for the recent change to the shiny ecosystem. Yes, I know they made it to become a skin so we can equip it to non-shiny variants. Even though it's good news, it doesn't mean they could have done it in a better approach, instead as treated as a quick fix. In my eyes, it's just a shame because shiny echoes could have been more than just a skin. That's my 2 cents on the matter. Well, you could have kept all of your, aggressivity or your energy from the video in that comment too, but it's fine.
It should be earned, sought after, not just added to a cart and checked out. And if in the end people still want to have the ability to purchase them, then maybe just give those shiny echoes curated stats that are not too over the top, so that way they're considered balanced, but certainly not considered god rule. And as for their fixed spawn point, why not just scatter them across the map?
That's the only point we're gonna be agreeing with him in the whole fucking video. That shinies should be randomized through the map, not only 6 on specific spots, and I hope they change it. I think they will change it. We'll see when the game drops in 2 weeks. But that's the only thing I'm gonna agree with him. The rest, if you make an uninformed video, I think you should just delete it, or not only comment you are wrong because you are clearly wrong, but just either make a community post or something to update this, because you posted this literally today or yesterday, right? Like 15 hours ago, was it? Yeah, 15 hours ago today. And you are not just saying, hey, I was wrong. He's like doubling down that echoes, the shiny echoes need to be separated.
The hunt be as dynamic and vast as the world of Wuthering Waves itself. This change alone will reinvigorate the pursuit of making each discovery a new delight rather than a scheduled stop. Lastly, regarding the small number of shinies, we don't need an elaborate palette for every echo. Just put a random color for each one. Sometimes
What you mean a random color? Do you think it's as simple as putting a random color on every different echo and it will look good? Like, that's the problem with a lot of people who have not worked in the industry and have not experience or like any type of design or actual game development or anything. It's like, bro, there is a lot more involved in here, right? A lot more involved, not just change a color and it's gonna work to add more variety.
it's the simple changes that catches.
This whole video reeks of actually, right? Of like the actually meme, and also of misinformation, that instead of paddling back or stepping back and being like, hey, I was wrong, it's just doubling down. Why would you post this, right?
The eye. Imagine a creepy looking echo with an unexpected color like pink. I bet that if that were to happen, almost everyone would try to hunt it just for how goofy it looks now. Implementing these changes will signal to players that
a game that does pretty well the ecosystem, or sorry, the shiny system, it's and I forgot their name. What is the name of the game, bro? They are a Spanish company from Madrid, and I just forgot. Temtem Shinies, all right? Temtem Shinies are pretty cool. They have really, in my opinion, a really good color palette. They are different, every single one of them. I really like the shiny system in Lumas, if you want to call them Lumas, in Temtem. This is a good example made by the good company, Spanish company, God bless Spain.
every shiny echo really does matter, not just as a collectible, but as a functional and evolving part of their account progression.
They should only be a collectible. There is no need to be anything else. On a game that's already going to be gating you for months on how much you can grind or how lucky you can get, echoes should be nothing else than a cosmetic or a collectible. So I'm glad they went actually and changed the system to what it is right now.
Term gains of these improvements, if implemented, could be substantial by incentivizing players to keep hunting and upgrading their shiny echo.
Why is he also putting a different color on only a specific words on the whole video? Is this video like just a meme? Is he actually like trolling all of us? I don't understand it. This reeks of literally actually with the glasses and everything. I don't understand it.
Wuthering Waves, you see a heightening player retention and engagement. This isn't about immediate gratification. It's about building a legacy for the game that keeps players coming back. And yeah, I do recognize that the changes I'm proposing aren't a flick of a flick's fix. Game development is complex. Is that the changes I'm proposing aren't a flick of a flick's
flick of the switch fix. I'm not English, no fucking idea what that means.
Game
I find
development
it
is complex, and these overhauls will require careful planning and resources. But this investment, if made, would speak to a commitment to quality and player satisfaction. And that
Why would they give you that at the start? This is a gacha game. They're gonna give you a bond, they're gonna see what works, what doesn't work, and then they will start expanding on those systems. They're not gonna give you everything from the get-go. If you want that, gachas are not like the best option to be playing. Sadly, it is what it is, right? We know what we're getting into when we go into gacha games. I don't understand the whole point of the video, but
that's
let's watch
truly
finish.
what I only want. Now, what I'm about to say will get me a lot of heat, but to all the content creators covering Wuthering Waves, please do better. The shiny ecosystem is just one of the many issues.
To all of you fuckers covering Wuthering Waves, do better, alright? You all suck. Okay?
Wuthering Waves, please do better. The shiny ecosystem is just one of the many issues that plague this game. You guys have the power to actually rally the community to expand their concerns or suggestions so they can be heard by current game. And ideally, they will listen to us back and actually improve the game. I honestly cannot believe that there's so many of you that are so hopeful that current games will fix things on their own. Now, to all the ex-Genshin Impact players that are watching this video, I expect the same, if not even more of an uproar. You guys are probably the loudest vocal minority I've ever seen, and yet you guys are about to go to another game that is going to fumble on the simple things, just like Genshin did in the past. This
just
is
because
not
of the
time to be
ecosystem,
hopeful.
the shiny
This is time to be
ecosystem.
demanding.
He's not even complaining about the base ecosystem that has a lot of problems in comparison to just the shiny, right? He's complaining about the shiny, not the ecos themselves.
That's how you actually get things done if you want changes to be made. The points I've laid out.
If you want changes to be made, you should first get good information. Second, when you are wrong, take a step back, see how things can be improved, and then make another video. Not doubling down on your retarded takes and then call it a day. And then also calling other content creators for no reason when you have wrong information. So, just saying.
In this video are just my
Spreading misinformation online is usually fun, but
personal concern. I truly only want what's best for this game because Wuthering Waves honestly does have the potential to be different from all the other current gacha games at this moment. But unless all of us are critical, this game will never improve. And if I have to be called a hater every time my videos come out just for giving my honest feedback, then fuck it. I'd rather be as transparent as possible than to be.
There's a difference. That's like, do you guys know every time one of your friends is like, oh, I'm just being honest with you, every time they're being an asshole? There is a fine line between being an asshole and actually giving good feedback. A really fine line. And what you're doing, I'm sorry, my friend, but it's not giving good feedback, it's being an asshole. Insane, huh?
Be someone who's delusional and pretend this game is the holy grail of gacha game. And with this, I conclude the end of my video. This is my first time making a video. I'll appreciate it if you give your sincere thought. Do you think the shiny system needs changes? Or is it fine for you just the way it is now? If you like the video, why don't you leave a thumbs up? And if you are looking more forward to feature my content,
Okay, it's the first time he's making a video, and I'm not sure if he's a younger person or not. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt, since it's the first video, right? There is a lot of issues with it, and I'm not talking about the editing. Actually, fucking great video, like there's editing and everything else. It's tilting me a lot every time there is words in red or in green or in yellow, because I think I'm watching a fucking TikTok, and it pisses me off because I'm a boomer, but that's just me. The video is great. The video edited and how you talk, but it reeks of ego, of bad information that you're not even correcting in the description. You only corrected it here when people called you out on it. So it's kind of like a weird take to have, but again, a lot more things to focus on that could actually improve Wuthering Waves rather than the shiny system that we don't even know how it's gonna be working fully on release. Also, a lot of things you're complaining about for someone who has not even played the betas. That said, though, interesting video, interesting text, I will say. I will not call out other content creators that much without proof or without, because you are telling them that they are sucking each other's dick without any proof, which I think is funny, but that's me because I'm a drama queen. That said, a good video. I'm gonna leave, even though you have a lot of dislikes, I'm gonna leave a like, right? First video. Let's give our brother another chance, and I will leave this on the description as well.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。